Members of the media, Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank
you.
You
can just maybe give us a summary of the 90 minutes.
Yeah, I thought the 90 minutes, I think, was deserved. I thought in the first half to go 1-0 down was real unjust. I thought we had the better chances. We didn't take them, which has been the story of our season. And one mistake and it's a goal. So we came back well, and most important thing, we didn't lose the game, and we move in, just get a few more points and move up the league. So that was important. But I think it was a good team effort, and we had some really good opportunities in the final third. And that's been the story of our season. But we're happy with the result.
Coach, we'll take questions from the floor. Members of the media, if you can just maybe introduce yourself before asking the question to the coach. The first hand, I think it's Rob. You may go ahead, Rob.
Coach, Rob Delpit in Cape Town. In the last game, you spoke about having a bit of unluck with deflection. Nice to have the luck on your side this time.
Well, we deserve much more this season, but, football, people don't worry about that. They look at the two Ps played in points. So, we've had so much bad things happen, but that is football. That's part of football, and sometimes you've got to soldier through it. Yeah, we should have scored anyway if it was a decent cross. It was a cross, and somebody could have tapped it in, but all in all, it happens. We should have been. We know if you watch the game, it shouldn't have been 1-0 down at half time. I mean, Castro missed from I don't know where, but penalty spot maybe he was. So big misses, but that's football.
I see Mazola's hand is up. You may go ahead, Mazola, then followed by Sabelo.
Thanks, Hanti. It's Mazola. Congratulations. Just two questions. One, I mean, you've been asking a bit from Dumisani Zuma. Just your thoughts on his performance coming off the bench today, and just Njabulo Bloom. You've since you got to Chiefs, you've been raving about him, but surprisingly, he's not in the Olympic squad. I mean, a bit of a shocker, really.
Well, there must be some good midfield players then if he's not there, but that's not my decision.
Karabo, you can go ahead.
Sorry, Zuma, I asked the coach about Zuma.
Yeah, but Zuma, I think how many coaches have had Zuma here? Quite a few. So, it's time to, he's got ability. It's just the other part of the game, which he's got to, if he gets better at that, he plays. And that's without the ball. He's got to get better without the ball. And he did that today. But you could see a resurgence in him and, with a goal. And, but he's, and that's what we got to get to this team. We got to get a team good without the ball and work hard. And then a little bit, you've got your creativity, players will come. But that's the thing that's on a daily basis that I do. And we can only, if we get better without the ball on Wednesday night, we don't lose the game. But that's things we can only work on the training ground.
Mr. Pasha, you may go ahead.
Thank you very much, Shupi. Congratulations, Coach. A very big victory for you going forward. Coach, I just wanted to find out, in terms of the first half, you said correctly, so you missed a lot of chances and you might have thought, well, here we go again. But what is it that you told the boys in the dressing room going to the second half? Because there was a much more, different performance. I mean, there was also hunger they scored. There was also character from the players. What exactly did you tell the players in the dressing room? Thank you, Coach.
Well, I said, the most important thing, when Zuma came on instead of Billet, that gives you a different dimension because, it's more a midfield player coming on for a striker. He's more half and half. So, I kept the same shape because, there's a call to change the shape because of the personnel that comes on, but we can just shape. And I just said to them, if we create those 3-4 chances we created in the first half, they created the one, which was a real only chance, through individual brilliance. We're not going to. We won't lose the game. I said to him, we'll never lose the game, but it doesn't always work out like that. I said the same thing last week, and we lost the game. So, I felt we were always on the ascendancy. Same as on Wednesday night, we finished strong. We could have certainly got more out of the game, but things happen in football.
We'll take the last two. Front runner, you may go ahead, then followed by Tsapang.
Thank you, Coach Gavin. Congratulations. Your team seems to show up against big clubs, so to speak. I mean, Pirates, they showed up. In the Champions League, they're showing up. But on these other so-called smaller teams like Cape Town City, they didn't show up. Or what are your thoughts on that? Is it a mentality thing? Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know where to start with answer the question. It's something that, you know, and I always tell footballers, you know, you don't win leagues, you don't win trophies playing against Sundowns and Pirates. You win trophies playing against everybody, because that's how I've won it before. Everybody's worried about those games. We used to, you know, always beat the teams at the bottom of the league, and then when you play the bigger teams, you know, you can do what you like, you know. So it's something that can only change with personnel and, you know, certain things. So, yeah.
Tsapang, you may go ahead.
Tsapang Sokaladuma, coach. Coach, earlier this season you recalled 3 players from Swallows, Shopani, Rorwana, Twala.
No, I never. No, I never.
Or the club.
No, the club never called them back. They never came back once.
Oh, they didn't come back?
No. I don't even know. If the player walked in front of me, I don't even know what they look like. So they were never here. They were never here.
Oh, okay, then it's fine then.
Okay.
I don't see any other hands. In the absence of any other hands, thank you, Coach, for your time, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck on the league. You guys will win the league. Don't worry.
Good luck against Chipper. Thank you. Let me just mute here in the meantime. Sorry.
Like millions and millions of money. Die for it, buy it, go for it. I mean, that's just a no. Go out there. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying, these are the people when after the game, he's conflict. Having a conversation with Cardoso and other men putting a big.
Coach Manqoba will be joining us shortly. Thank you for your patience. Members of the media, we are joined by Coach Manqoba, Mngqithi, and Sundowns. Coach, if you can just give us first a summary of the 90 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's one of those games where I think we could have wrapped the game earlier, but we resorted to a lot of ball possession when it was unnecessary, when we put moments to penetrate, and at times we did not take the chances that we created. At times in front of the box, we were not as clinical and we're not as incisive. And even at halftime, we made them aware that when it's 1-0, it's on the edge, because at a certain point we might lose control of the game. And unfortunately, we lost control in a situation again that I thought when River made that wrong pass to Lyle, maybe Lyle could have blocked. We would not have had that counter-attack. But for him to allow the opponent to go beyond him like that, then it created momentum, and they started with a ripple effect. It created moments for them for Nukovic to even be able to put that shot. And unfortunate that it was a deflection. But like I said, opportunity, when people say you are lucky, it's because it's an opportunity meets hard work. They were at the right place at the right time, and that's why we were punished from there. And after that, we were very open on the counter-attack from Uzuma. I still have to check what happened there, because there was a very big hole on the right-hand side. And I was focusing more on what was likely to happen beyond that line. And when we lost possession and that space was created, and I know that boy is always very dangerous. He may not be playing a lot, but he's one of the most dangerous players in the PSL. When he has an opportunity, he can always punish you. And that's the summary of the game for me, because I think what makes me feel bad is that this is not the game that I think should have made us to lose our unbeaten run. Yes, we were not banking on that, but there are many games that we have played before which opponents have put us under tremendous pressure, and they managed we managed to come out with a draw. But for this one, for me, I think this was a game that we could have easily wrapped earlier. And we let it loose, and Kuna kept on telling them, we are still in the game, guys, we are still in the game. And I agreed with him, because I could see with this thing, if it continues like this, we had a very big chance second half, and we did not take it to make it 2-0. And I said, hey, this thing, when it's on the edge like this, it's always going to be a problem. And unfortunately, that is what happened.
I don't see any hands. If maybe there's any takers.
There is.
Okay, Sabelo Pasha, you can go ahead, and followed by Mazola.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Coach. 50 not out. Let me start on that. Happy 50th birthday. Quite unfortunate on the result. Coach, what is your report card on Gift Motupa? I'm speaking under correction. His debut for the club. What is your report card on him? And just one, can you point out one aspect that made that frustrated you the most from all the aspects today for you to lose the game? Thank you.
Yeah, I believe Motupa had a very good game. He contributed immensely in our attack. Even the goal that we scored, he was very composed to create that moment. Personally, I think it's a very good start for him, and it opens up bigger opportunities for him to get a start, because, to be honest, he had a very good run for somebody who has not been playing up until he got those cramps that forced us to make the decision, maybe to say, let's not prolong this thing. Maybe he might end up getting injured, and we don't want to lose him at this stage. But honestly speaking, he had a very good game by our standards, based on what we wanted to see from him. He worked very hard from the top, defending against Tomato, stole some balls, created some good moments for us. So that was very good for him. But personally, what I was not happy about is that after scoring the goal, we dropped the intensity, and we kept pushing the team to say, we want a second and a third. It's very important in a game like this, also knowing our run, because when the game is open like that first half, where we could easily have scored a second and a third, if we were a little bit more clinical in the moments that we got, we could have done better. But unfortunately, when we did not take our chances, and you keep the game on the edge like that, and we have played far too many matches, we are not as fresh as many teams, in as much as they also played. But we were worried. We were worried which we might end up losing control and making the game and turning the game into a contest, which is what ended up happening in the dying stages of the game. Because had we scored a second, we could have controlled the tempo of the game, and everything was going to be under our control, and they would not be able to do anything. But now it's water under the bridge. I just feel we did not execute when we had to execute and make sure that we get a second, because we did get those openings, but unfortunately we did not take them.
Mazola, you may go ahead.
Thanks, UP. Hard luck, Coach. Just two questions. One, the extent of Shalulile's injury, if it's an injury, because obviously he was not available today. And just looking at the log standing, for a lack of a better word, do you think maybe the defeat can help sort of galvanize the team to go again? Maybe a sense of complacency a little bit with the fact that you had games in hand and you've been at the top leading for so long?
Yeah, I mean, I would, in as much as I don't like to lose, because for me, a loss, no matter in what scenario, be it a friendly or what, I just don't like to lose matches. So, but on the other side, you may be right that we needed something to ignite a little bit of fire from us. But it's just a pity, because I don't think this is the game that we should have lost to create problems for ourselves. I believe we have faced stiffer competition before, that at least if we lost against those games, you would say at least these people gave us a very big run for our money. It was unfortunate that one should say, yes, maybe it will help us. The fact that now we have lost, we'll come back stronger, knowing that we are not invincible, because at times when you don't lose, you start thinking, hey, you are entitled to win every match, or you are entitled not to lose, to get a draw, even when you don't deserve. So maybe that will help us, but I'm still not happy that we lost the match.
On Shalulile, coach?
Yeah. Shalulile was only a grade 1 strain in his ankle. He should be ready possibly after Golden Arrows.
Natu Guzan, you may go ahead.
Yes, coach, do you think Kaizer Chiefs gave you a run of your money today? Do you think they immersed you in all the departments where you can say, yeah, no, it was really a tough challenge? And also, I think your match, just a comment on your next match, I think you're playing against the On Fire Golden Arrows as well.
Did you watch the match?
Yeah, of course I did.
What is your opinion?
I think you were not at your usual best, that I know.
But were we not in control?
Well, according to stats, you were.
Okay, so if the stats are telling you that, I think you at least have the answer there.
On your next match, just a comment on your next match, please.
Yeah, the next match is a tough one, Golden Arrows. But all these matches that we are playing in this stage of the season, there is no easy match. Be it you are playing against a team that is facing relegation, be it you are playing against a team that is fighting for the championship, we just have to stay focused and work very hard. Believe me, we will come back stronger. It will help us, the fact that we have lost, though I did not want to lose, because at least now we've got a point of reference that if you don't do what you are supposed to do, because we do a lot of work to try and make sure that our players understand what the opponents are likely to present. And when they present whatever we were expecting, the same way we had presented it, you expect them to execute. And when they start the match, they show that they understand what we are looking for, and they do very well and create a good scoring opportunity and score goals. But when you don't continue with that intensity, the same fire, the same hunger, it's always going to come back and bite you. But I believe against Golden Arrows, we'll give it a good fight.
May we have the last question from Fidel?
Thank you, Shupi. Happy birthday, coach. Unlike you on the result. Can you please have your thoughts on Sereno today? He looked unstoppable today. Like, from you, how did you see it today?
No, today I even told the coaches that he really wants this match. He was very hungry. He covered a lot of distance. He really wanted us to get something out of it. It was impressive, the amount of work that he did, even some defensive work to try and counter press and help us to come out. He played very well. We are very happy with him. And it's unfortunate that even when we took him out, he was still okay, but we were worried that because he had indications of a groin, if we continue, maybe we might exacerbate it and create problems for ourselves, because we need him more. But the truth of the matter is he was indeed unstoppable. He was working very hard on and off the ball. He had big influence in the game today.
In the absence of any questions, thank you, coach, and good luck for the next game against Oros. Members of the media, if you are in the meeting, please just send me your names so that we can send you the audio.